Hello everybody, welcome back. It has been a long month, but we are back once again. My name is Mercy, welcome, and thank you for joining us for episode 11 of Heroes of Tethra. I am joined once again by my fantastic, intrepid adventurers. Say hello, adventurers.
Hey, hey, hey!
Howdy, howdy.
Hello, adventurers.
Oh man, I was gonna do that. Hi!
Thunder stolen.
So the thief got stolen from.
Yep, it happens. You gotta...
Excuse me, I am a locksmith.
So yeah, it's been a long month. We've had family situations which keep cropping up. That's very unfortunate, but we're here for each other. We're here to go ahead and push through and get everything together for everybody and give the space as needed. So let's go ahead, and because it's been a little bit of time, let's go over a quick little recap of what happened last session. Who wants to go ahead and start us up with where we started last time? If anybody remembers.
I actually don't remember how we did start last time, honestly. I remember how we ended, but...
We were on the road, I believe.
So, you all started...
Did we... Was last session when we got the horse and carts and the pony?
It was.
Affirmative.
Yes. So you all started in the town of Afrit after having spent a good couple hours in-game working out some of the information that you can gather from around town, talking to individuals, and gaining whatever kind of knowledge you could of the area and things going on in the area. You decided then to go ahead and make your way out, heading westward along the road towards the town of Gunner's Pass. You weren't able to gather a whole lot of information about Gunner's Pass. Nobody really asked about it. But what you were able to do is secure some transport in the form of a horse, a carriage. Was it one or two horses? I know there was a pony, but was it one or two horses on top of that?
I think it was just the one.
Yeah, I think it was just one.
By the way, I've named the pony.
Oh lord. Well, we'll get to that. So, so a horse and pony, as well as a cart to drag behind and get things situated and started for all of you. You started to make your way along the path out, heading west. When, in the distance, you spotted a group of traveling people, for lack of a different way of knowing what they were at the time. Very familiar marks and body transfiguration. Like, their bodies themselves weren't straight humanoid. They had very familiar marks on them, very familiar disfigurement about them that was reminiscent of spikes from demons, and some that was a bit more icy in nature. You ended up bypassing them, where they did not see you or your cart at first, and Maka decided to get their attention and jump out onto the trail to draw their attention, to which they freaked out about there being one of them this far out.
I do remember Kaiser having a hell of a time keeping the horse and carriage on the straight and narrow. That I do remember.
Oh, yes.
And then it was the next morning that that Maka remembered, oh yeah, I can speak to the freaking horse.
Managing to drive away those that were walking and leaving the site, as you had overheard, of Gunner's Pass to try to retrieve some weaponry to bring to the battle. They ran, and you were able to continue on your way. You then stumbled upon a burned carriage with, inside of it, the charred remains of someone completely unrecognizable, and a chest that was well kept, even still, almost like a fire safe. Inside of it, you found a bag of holding, as well as a couple spell components to help you on your way with certain things.
And a wand, I think.
There was a wand as well, but you have not discovered what the wand is yet, I don't think.
There's an acorn we haven't figured out, and a wand, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Carrying forward, another day goes by when, over the horizon, you hear the loud screech of a beast. Spying in the distance, a large white winged dragon swoops down from over the mountain range and lands underneath the tree line with a loud rumble as it strikes the ground as it hits. Another loud shriek, shrill, hitting your ears, erupts through the area. You can tell it's a little bit of a ways off. Not crazy far, but a little bit of a ways off. And then you are also met with the roar that Maka knows all too well, yet still over the top in its volume and its intensity, but unmistakable nonetheless, that of a bear. And that is where we left off 1 month ago, last session. So, adventurers, with this knowledge and everything that has just transpired, the hair on the back of your neck, the fur on your wrists, for those who have it, it stands on end. What do you do?
I don't know about you guys, but I don't like the sound of that.
If you did, I would be very concerned.
Can I tell about how far away that dragon landed based on, senses?
Audio?
By hearing and maybe hearing and sight?
Sure. Go ahead and attempt to make a perception check with advantage because it's hearing. And just double checking on this one. Lena, did I give you a distance a month ago? Did you write down in your notes?
You said it was over the mountains, so you did not give me a specific distance.
Okay. So it came from over the mountains and then landed closer. That was where that ended up happening, but without a specific distance. All right.
Yeah, there was no specific distance. Otherwise, I would have written it down.
Yep, making sure. Maka, what you got?
15.
Okay. With a 15, you're able to gather that it is somewhere within a 10-mile radius, but you're not 100% sure, where in that 10-mile situation it could be.
Well, we saw it go down, right? So I can safely assume it's in that direction of where it went down. Just not
Yes.
exactly okay.
Yeah, from hearing and what you saw, you were able to see the direction from where it came down. But for hearing and trying to piece together how far it is, the best you can get is somewhere in a 10-mile.
I tilt my head back and forth, and then I'd reckon about 12, perhaps 13. This would be about an hour and a half's journey of running away from us. I'm trying to.
And
I'm trying to. I don't exactly. I'm as a player, I'm trying to describe, because Maka doesn't exactly know distance in miles, how to count that. He only knows time it would take to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this
So, hold on.
Well, this is Lena asking. Are you talking like a full run, a trot? What are you talking about? I mean, half an hour, hour and a half, something like that?
Oh, excuse me. No. I'd say about an hour's trot. Your running speed. I could probably get there in about 45 minutes. Not that I want to go.
That's a little closer than I like. Because that thing can fly.
It is also very unlikely that it knows our presence from this far away.
If it flies like a bird, I could probably guess it would be here in about 30 minutes if it knew exactly where we were.
Yeah, but we gotta go in that direction.
Well, we've got essentially two options we can weigh out here, I think. We either wait here and lay low and hope that it buggers off, or we can start heading out but go at a slower pace and hope it's gone by the time we get there.
The other issue we have, and I look towards the horses and carriages, that sticks out like a sore thumb. Even from the air.
Maybe we could disguise them a little?
How would you disguise something as big as a horse? And carriage combined?
Well, the carriage, we could probably just throw some, like, branches or something over it.
Make a canopy. A brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Well, if we do that, then we certainly couldn't continue on the road. It would still stick out like a moving tree.
We'll just have to stop when we get close enough to the dragon.
Or if it does happen to come back up, go off back into the forest so it can't see us.
I mean, I would think at the heights that some of these dragons fly, perhaps a bush-looking thing is a little less conspicuous than a horse and cart.
As you're all discussing this, another screech echoes through the area. It instinctually, your eyes are drawn back to the sky to see where it's coming from, and you can see this white dragon once again flapping its wings, maintaining a bit of a height, as particles of some kind of magic seem to swirl and gather in a crystalline blue and white around its mouth before it unleashes a straight beam of some kind of icicles sharding down in a straight line towards the ground as it careens its head back and forth, trying to coat the ground. And in the middle of it swerving its head around, in almost what seems an instant, a long, black, and I do mean black, tentacle swipes up from underneath it, wraps around its torso. It struggles, trying to flap to keep itself up and away. I am rolling a check. Very good. It lifts up even higher, and now, from where that shadowy tentacle comes from, you can see a bear, larger than any bear you've seen before, holding onto the end of this tentacle. It's almost like the tentacle is shooting out from the nape of its neck up on top, and is latched onto this dragon. It's being now towed along with the dragon as it flies up in the air, before 3 more tentacles swipe and wrap around the dragon. Pulls him down a little bit more, but he gives one big burst of strength with his wings, sending several trees underneath him scattering back, creating almost like a crater, as now he tries to swoop upward and get some kind of a distance. In a daze, it flies over closer to you, and you can tell now from a distance, Maka, that 10 miles that I mentioned was a highball. He's a lot closer to about 4. And he's heading in your direction, with what you can tell are several extremely large bears hanging onto it and being dragged behind in the air. He's struggling to keep himself aloft.
This would be
Incoming.
so interesting.
Incoming.
So horrifying.
I suggest we get into the forest.
One of those bears may drop upon us if we do not.
I start leading the pony into the forest.
I'll grab the lead on the horse and start leading it as well with the carriage.
Okay.
It may be best for us to abandon the carriage, tell the horses to go back home.
What would you like to do? Do you just want to try to hide the carriage and the beasts of burden off on the side?
Yes.
Okay. Is everyone else in control of animals doing the same? Because Kaiser, you were in control of the cart, so that's your decision. Lena, are you keeping the pony off to the side as well, trying to hide it?
Yes.
Okay. I need both of you to go ahead and make 2 individual rolls for me. First, animal handling checks from the both of you.
$17 for Kaiser.
Okay.
That's a whole 9 for Lena.
Okay. The horse, having come to some kind of a general understanding with you, Kaiser, through the help of Maka before, understands what you're trying to do and allows you to guide it and get it safely hidden away. The pony is freaking out. It's heard these screeches, it's losing its mind, and you're trying to guide it in a way, but it's in a panic. Your movement with the pony is going to be stunted, and that will show in the next check that I need you to go ahead and do for me. Kaiser, please roll a stealth check for me.
Okay.
And this stealth check, I want you to go ahead and roll with advantage because of the animal handling check. This stealth check is not for you, but instead is for the carriage and the horse, and getting that entire situation stealthed appropriately.
So my
no
heavy armor won't
Correct.
affect any of that.
Your heavy armor does not affect this. So you get an actual stealth roll with advantage.
16.
Okay. Lena, please make me a stealth check. Straight stealth check.
A straight one? Oh.
Yeah.
$19.
Okay. Your general knowledge of how to hide and how to position things and being able to try your best to regain control of the pony. It's not running from you. It's freaking out. You're able to guide it, and we're going to see how well it hides coming up here, but you're able to guide it, and you feel pretty confident that if you're able to calm it down, it will be hidden out here, and from the road, it will not be seen. Kaiser, you as well. very confident that you have enough coverage with the foliage in the area and everything going on that you should not be seen from the road. Lena, go ahead and make another animal handling check, this time to try to calm down the pony.
Fingers crossed. Second first save is the first.
Another 9. All right. It is in a panic, and unfortunately, it does not want to sit still. It decides to break away from you and run back towards the road. As it's running back towards the road, all of you are down and kind of at the ground. It's running back towards the road. What do you want to do?
I'm assuming about how far did Maka follow behind on all of this?
Maka?
Like, what do you mean follow behind?
Would you be able to hear me talking at a low whisper?
Probably. I mean, like, I have good ears.
Okay, Kaiser will just sort of look in the direction of Maka as it's running towards the road, and I'm going to just sort of, Maka, go try to grab it and bring it back. You're the fastest of us.
I'll just nod and I'll take off towards the pony.
Okay. How do you want to try to bring the pony down?
I'm going to match the speed, take its rein, and try to yank it over to the side of the road.
Okay. With a yank, and considering we've had 2 failed to try to calm it down, I'm going to need you to roll an opposed strength check. We're going to count this as a grapple.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and quickly pull up the stats of a pony. Okay.
Okay, not too bad.
So not a strength save. Just, you're going to be using a athletics check here, actually.
Crap. Okay.
So use the dice and add your athletics modifier.
So here. Athletics. It was better the first time. That's a 10.
Like I said, I was having you keep the dice and add the athletics. So it's
Oh,
actually
11
so it was an
plus
11 plus 2, so it'd be 13.
Yep. Versus a 9. You are able to grab the reins and quickly and kind of strong arm that pony to come back to you. You have to move at a better pace, so you're not currently stealthed while you're doing this in order to catch it. But you are able to go ahead and bring it back. Up above.
I should have heard us run in the other direction.
Thank you, Maka. She will give him some jerky, and I will try to give the
Not
pony
right now.
some...
Not right now. Not right now.
I will try to give the pony some sugar cubes and hopefully distract it.
May I see the sugar cubes?
Sure.
I would like to roll animal handling.
Go for it. Give me an animal handling check. You're not sure with the a 20 total, a dirty 20. You're not sure if it's the sugar cubes or you, but it suddenly has all interest on the sugar and is very much so focused on that and not so much what's going on anymore. Things
There we
seem to
go.
Things seem to be calming down overall in your group, and that's a good thing, as now you can hear the beating of wings and the breaking of tree branches in near proximity, heading closer and closer to you. You hear a roar from a bear come off. You hear the shriek of the dragon as it starts to careen into the trees, struggling to keep itself afloat. What do you do?
I'm going to, after we got it into the forest, I'm going to tie the lead around a tree to tie the horse off. And I want to stay within the tree line of the forest or whatever we're in, but I want to sort of get closer so I can get more of a direct sight line whilst trying to stay hidden-ish. To see if I can see more what's going on.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm gonna sort of say to everybody, it's like, if both come towards us, I'm fighting on the side of the dragon.
Fair enough.
Can I? So let me ask you, if do I smell anything? Because I'm sure with all the bears, like with these tentacles and everything flying about, is there any kind of odor coming from them, from the dragon, like in this vicinity?
Unfortunately, the direction that they're heading towards you and the speed at which everything seems to be happening, you're not able to pick up any scent from this.
Gotcha. Whatever black tentacles they have, that's not a normal bear.
You ain't kidding.
Okay. I knew I forgot something. So I need to go grab that really fast. My apologies. Of course, the thing takes forever to load. I can't just copy, I gotta save. Heck. Okay. There's that. That is not what I was looking for. Da, 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 da. Also not what I'm looking for. It's too recognizable! Give me what I want, which is something less recognizable. Oh, man.
I told you, the bad luck followed him home.
Yeah, the struggle of trying to search for an image of what this bear should look like. Correction, what these bears should look like. And it's instead giving me a Marvel supervillain.
We ain't got that kind of money.
No, we don't. That's why I'm like, yeah, I can't work with that. You know what? This isn't exactly what I had in mind. But whatever, it'll do. No, I can't even... what the heck? Let me save the picture. No, it won't do because I can't save the picture.
Send me the link. I'll see if I can get it for you.
It's alright. It's also a little too high up there, and I need to change it ever so slightly. And I'm seeing so many things that are AI generated and are terribly AI generated. Alright, clear that with the search. Let's try this. Alright, we're gonna go with this. Just gonna try to save this, not a web page. You stupid. Open image in new tab. How's that? Save image. Not WebP. What are you doing? Technology, folks. It loves and hates us all at the same time.
It seems to be piling on the hate today, though.
Oh, very much so. Alright, we're gonna save this instead, like this. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna go over here. We are going to save it like that. Now that that's done, I can go ahead and finally drop it in. So I can start making a token to drop it in. And it's way too big. Alright. This is going to take way too much time. I will have to use that. And it'll look weird compared to everything else, but I don't have time.
Are we doing Theater of the Mind?
Nope.
Woo!
Okay. Everyone was able to go ahead and get yourselves hidden and decently hidden overall. We've gotten the cart and all of that stealthed. I want all of you to give me an individual stealth check now.
Alrighty. Not
Not
bad.
too shabby.
Oh no, Maka!
Oh no.
Oh no!
I see 2 successes and 2 failures.
Okay, let's go ahead and start. Did I get all 4? Yes, I see the stealth there. Yeah, okay. So, Dream, stealth check.
16.
Okay, Lena,
17.
Maka.
7.
Oh boy. Kaiser.
Good old disadvantage 3.
Oh boy, okay.
That's why we were saying, oh no.
Yeah, okay. I could see where the narrative's going on that one. I think I know what I'm going to do. Let me get this out here just to try to... Oh, and it's all squishy and stupid looking. Whatever, I gotta work with it. Everything else going on, I was ill-prepared and I apologize.
It happens.
So now I've got my characters. I have to drag my characters out. Am I on the right layer? Layers. I'm on the token layer. Yeah, okay, good. So you guys should have control of these when we get to it. And I'm just dragging you out here to organize this.
Dragging us out?
Just dragging you out, yep.
And...
Oh, the pun. Shoot, I didn't even think of that. We are going to say that you were all able to get over here. And I will let you place yourselves as you see fit over in this tree cluster.
Like I said, I'm going to sort of be like, sort of still hidden in the trees, but more at the break line so I can get more of a direct view of what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay next to the cleric.
Okay. Maka, did you want to scoot or anything?
Can I go up there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That is where I will go.
Okay. These look so weird unless they're properly stretched out. But they don't take up that much space.
I was gonna say, they kind of look like a platypus.
Yeah, they're bears. They just don't take up that much space. It's so dumb.
Oh, there you go.
I know, they're not... Well, no, they are a little big, aren't they?
That's 10 feet of bear.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll go with it. That actually does make sense based on circumstances. So... and they're all just kind of scattered so I can churn and do whatever I need to as we go. But there we go. This guy's actually bigger. Towards that degree. Okay. So, as you manage to get yourselves hidden and down into the bushes the best you can, almost like a meteor dropping out of the sky, this dragon crash lands down into the ground, destroying several trees in the process, landing next to the road where you have in front of you, the road at least. Like I said, the dragon crashes down, creating kind of a small impact crater. Dust kicks up, debris everywhere, and finally, when it all subsides, you can see the dragon itself trying to get back up onto its feet with 5 individual bears spreading around it. Tentacles still latched on, doing whatever it can to hold it down and hold it in place. And these things look like nothing you've seen before. These bears are not normal bears by any means. There are spikes popping out of them in different areas, much less the tentacles that seem to be sprouting from them as well.
I don't know if we can technically call those bears anymore.
Would you rather call them even fucking scarier bears?
Doesn't really roll off the tongue now, does it?
But it's accurate.
Do I smell anything now? Are they upwind or...
With the dust still kicked up, you'll need a little bit more time. The Notably, the dragon turns its head best it can and sees all of you. Primarily, Maka and Kaiser, who were unable to hide themselves. And it makes sense because you've been dealing with the animals as well. You had yourselves a little bit more focused on getting the animals hidden. It turns and it looks at the both of you, and I would like everyone who's paying attention, which should be everybody, to make an insight check, please.
Gotta say, been playing D&D for 20 years, never sense motived a dragon before.
That's not a bad roll.
It's not a bad roll at all.
You can take your rolls back. I don't want them.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Every last one of you, because give me your insight rolls starting at the top. Kaiser.
9.
Say again?
9.
9? Okay. Dream.
25.
Lena.
11.
Maka.
17.
Every last one of you can see in the eyes of this dragon something that should not be based on the legends and tales of dragons themselves, and that is the presence of fear. This dragon is afraid, and it sees you over there, and it's not afraid of you. You can tell that it is very much so afraid of the situation at hand, and it's almost pleading in its eyes. What do you do?
Should we help it?
I'm going to look at the others. I'm helping.
I'm already moving. 40 feet. Diagonally.
Okay.
Straight in.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's an action I can pull. Hold on.
I am going to tie up my pony before going to help the scared dragon.
Mm-hmm. That will take an action to do so.
I'm going to use
At this
my
point.
action to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then from there, I'm going to look the dragon back in the eyes, and I'm going to bonus action healing word on it.
Interesting. Okay.
I am unable to move myself.
Actually, can I do something before I took off?
It depends what you want to do.
As an action before movement,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to actually reach down, take a bit of dirt in my mouth, spit it upon my own leg, and cast Long Strider.
Sure. I'll allow that.
Okay. And that will allow me to get 10 more feet.
Okay.
DM, I cannot move myself.
Why can't you move yourself?
I do not know. I made sure I was on select move.
And you should have permissions to move it. In Player's Journal can be edited and controlled. It says you can do it.
I'm clicking and it's not doing though.
Why isn't it letting you take control? Token properties controlled by determined by character settings. You have control over that, so why I don't understand Roll20. Let me edit. What's your HP, Lena?
40.
I'm gonna keep that there. Gonna represents character. That's why. Save. Can you move that now?
Nope. I am trying both keyboard and mouse and nothing doing.
You have the pointer selected on the toolbar?
Yep. I have it on select move.
You may have to just restart your browser or redo the web, refresh the web page.
All right, I'll try that.
How about now?
I am refreshing. Just a moment, please. Trying to give this the best chance.
Yep. Because it didn't even save the things when I edited it.
Ah, yes. Here we go.
Able to move it?
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
So originally you were here.
Yes.
Okay. So now we have a little bit more movement there. Let's go back really fast. Kaiser, you said you did a healing word, yes?
I did.
How much was that for?
For that, Kaiser, he's going to grip his Idol of Saloon, or Cometa, not Saloon, Cometa. Stupid Baldur's Gate. Been playing it too much lately. Of Cometa, and he's going to switch to Draconic as he says out loud, "Great lady, give me the power to assist." And I'm going to hold my hand out, and the beam of silver will come out and bathe the dragon for 11 points of healing back.
Very nice. Okay. And everybody has done, like, their initial first thing that they wanted to do?
I have.
Okay. Dream, you're still back there, so...
Yeah, I haven't.
What you got?
Well, first, I'm basically going to mutter under my breath, "Cometa, help us if we're wrong." And then I'll move over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll cast Earthen Blast, keeping the shield on myself.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that brings my armor class up to a 17.
Very nice. And with that, I think it is officially time to get into initiative with one more thing. You can see that the tentacles that are here around the dragon, they give a quick little pulse, and you see the dragon kind of wince in pain and kind of buckle over momentarily before getting back onto his feet. in the crash of the 5 that were latched on, only one managed to maintain its grip, and that is the one tentacle that gives a quick pulse into the dragon. The others still have the tentacles out and about and are still pulsing, but not attached to the dragon.
Can we see which one has the tentacles attached? That
This
one.
one here.
Okay.
Okay.
Mercy, may I make a request?
Yes.
For the bear tokens, can we put like color indicators on them? I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. It makes perfect sense. That way you can call out the color specifically that you're going after. Okay. So we've got red, blue, green, orange, and pink. Okay. Let's get those initiative rolls, guys.
I think I did it right this time. I had my token selected before I did it.
Oh, that was a good roll. I'm so excited.
Oh, that was a good roll.
Alright, let's see.
Hopefully that's not all my good rolls for the night right there.
And check over here. That's straight as well. Okay. Let's go from the top, 25 to 20.
22.
20 to 15.
15.
Waking Dream has 16.
Okay.
That's a 15 for Kaiser.
Kaiser, what's your dexterity stat?
My dexterity is at 10.
Rollies. I need you to roll another d20, straight d20.
$16.
Okay. The dragon goes before you. Both of you had a 15 and have 10 as your dexterity, so it was rollies. Okay. 15 to 10.
15 to 10?
Yes.
I have a 12.
Okay.
Believe. Yeah, okay.
That is all of the players in there. All right, I've got my initiative in order. Let's go ahead and, because we've been on repeat with this music from the get-go, let's see what else we can get, shall we? Yeah, this will work. Okay. First step. Lena, your move.
I would like to pull out my crossbow and hit Blue Bear. Hopefully.
Blue bear. Okay. It's a hand crossbow, yes?
I believe so. Let me scroll down a little bit. It is a hand crossbow.
What's the range on the hand crossbow?
Let me look. It was not included. Let me look real quick.
Range not included. Some assembly required.
Like, we are hitting. It says 30/120.
Okay. So you can take a shot from where you're at, but because it's 40 feet away from you, you will take that shot at disadvantage.
I would like to move 10 feet closer then.
Okay.
1, 2.
A wise decision.
And that's 35. I gotta move one more.
Yeah, just one more to get closer.
Okay.
I'll count it. That's fine.
I was like, it's closer.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll count it.
Okay. And now I will shoot at it.
Okay. Make an attack.
Ah! Why is it not?
Are you using the one in the middle or the one on the side where the weapons are?
The side where the weapons are. Oh, I should be using the one in the middle, shouldn't I? Sorry.
Affirmative.
That's the damage.
I'm having a day, guys. I'm having a day.
You and me both.
So what is that to hit?
That is a 16 to hit.
Okay, 16. Click over here. Does hit. And then the damage looks like it was 8.
Yes.
Okay. So it worked. We count that.
I just pre-rolled.
Yep, that's all it is. Alright, unleashing the shot from your crossbow, just cruising over the open road and into the side of the bear on its rear flank, where you can just manage to catch it as it starts to trail off ever so slightly. It sinks in, and the bear just pays you no mind.
That's unusual. Usually when you shoot something, you piss it off.
So that's some movement for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay back here.
Okay.
I'm good with that. I'm within 30 feet.
Okay, that's your turn then?
That is my turn.
Okay. Next up, Dream.
All right. I am going to use my Feline's Grace for one. I haven't used it, or my Feline's Agility, rather, is what it's called. When I move during or in combat, I can double my speed until the end of the turn.
Yeah, I think this is the first time you've used that.
Yep. So we're going to go around this way. While I'm doing so, I'm going to pull
describe
out
to
my...
me really fast as well how that looks when you go all out because of your feline abilities and your feline physiology. Describe to us what that looks like.
So normally he walks on 2 legs. He's bipedal. When he does his feline's agility, he goes to all 4s and he just charges forward, pouncing left and right along his intended path to avoid obstacles and hurdles that are in the way.
Very nice. Bounding over the different small rocks that you see alongside this very rocky hill that is almost mountain-like in some ways, you're able to go ahead and leap, jumping off of some of this terrain to get a little bit of airtime to do as you were about to say.
During my airtime, I am pulling out my short sword. And while I'm doing so, I'm going to cast... let's see, where is it? Charged Blade.
Okay.
I actually have to adjust something real quick here. And because I cast an air magic spell, it's going to shift from a long sword to a whip.
Mm-hmm. You also casting
and I'm
blast
attack.
4.
Yep, and that will be attacking the blue bear as well.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to just hold that. Okay.
That's a 10.
Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah. You throw out the whip part of it and let the wind carry it forward, almost extending into a thrust with the momentum that you've gained off of leaping through the air and pressing as quickly as you can on all fours. But the thrust, as it flies forward, it makes purchase, but doesn't sink through the skin. And in fact, the keen-eyed would be able to see very quickly that a shadowy presence rose up and deflected the blow, almost acting like armor, in a sense.
It's almost like they have some kind of magic protecting them. Can we dispel that? That's my turn.
Okay. Next up, the dragon. The dragon is going to go ahead and try to do his best to stand up, but currently is unable to. The tentacle that is still connected from Red Bear it is pulsing again, and he tries to get to his feet, but he can't, and he's still down on the ground. But you hear him call out, "Small ones, please come to my aid. Know that I do this, for there is no other choice. Help me." And it's going to go ahead and try to make an attack against the red bear that's holding him down. It's going to go ahead and try to reach out with a bite. Natural 1 misses.
Oof.
And instead then tries to swipe out with a claw. And you could tell he's feeling exhausted, and all of this has slowed him down to the point where there's not much he can do. But he goes for a claw attack. And with 2 natural 4s on the dice, that's going to miss as well. The claw strikes out and does seem to go in for purchase, but you see where the claws reach, there's a glint of purple, blackish energy at the connection point between the claws and the bear before a burst of light unleashes itself from those points, and the claw is reflected back. Seemingly no effect on the bear. Kaiser, your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to move 30 there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one to... Hang on, let me double check this. Okay, give me the range. I want to give it a shot, Dream. And I'm going to grab my symbol of Kamada again, looking at the red bear.
Mm-hmm.
Great lady, please grant me your strength to assist. And I'm going to try to dispel magic on the red bear.
Okay. So you cast Dispel Magic?
I do.
Okay. You mutter the incantations, you usher the magical energies out from your being, out from your holy symbol, calling upon Kamada's strength, and it showers the bear in an almost silvery powder appearance, but seemingly has no effect.
That will be the end of my turn currently then.
Okay.
And
Maka.
I'm going to look back to Dream. It had no effect. We cannot dispel this. Dream.
Okay. Maka, your turn.
Looking around for a second, I'm gonna remember that I have this blade on my armor that's been attached to my armor. I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna grab it, feel for the click, and immediately turn on the light blade that is
Zeller's touch.
Zeller's touch.
Do you remember, because it's not a click to turn it on, it's a command word.
I don't remember the command word.
Kaiser, you had it. Do you remember the command word?
I do.
You can say it out of game. I mean, you would have given him that information, so...
It's Illuminate.
Eliminate.
Out pops a long sword's worth of light. It glows brightly before forming together into a solid blade, golden in the center and lighter yellow on the outside.
I'm going to run forth 20 feet, and I'm going to attempt to cut through the tethered tentacle upon between the red bear and the dragon.
Going through the tentacle itself, go ahead and make an attack.
(26) with a natural 20 to
A
hit.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Damn. Okay. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
That is 5, so that's doubled to 10 plus 3, so that's 13 damage.
Yep. You see as you rush past and kind of get the downward pounce, I assume is what you were doing to try to strike at that tentacle?
Yeah, well, depending on how high the tentacle was, it's either going to be a leap or a pounce, whichever one is going to work. Because if it's higher up, I don't know. I mean, it's on a dragon, so I can't. I'm trying to visualize.
It's a little bit of a leap to get up to it. So you leap up and kind of twist midair to slice at this tentacle, and as you do, you hear a hiss and a slight kind of reeling back of a shriek from the tentacle itself, almost like the sound of a balloon letting air out of it. In a certain way. And you cleave right through it, destroying this tentacle in one go. You can also tell that the nature of the blade and the way it reacted caused it to be even more effective than you would expect.
And then as my I believe I can take disengage as an action, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to disengage from the bear.
You currently cannot do that because you used an attack.
So that's right. Action, I get two attacks per action.
Yes. So
I
used your
apologize.
attack. You're fine. You used your attack action. So you can make one more attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swipe at the bear.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
Okay.
What the shit?
Another natural 20.
No way.
For a 26.
What the shit? Give me damage. There's no missing a nat 20.
This poor bear.
Another 5, so that's another 13 total.
13 damage, yeah. Damn, okay.
So I do a quick spin because I just slice through the tentacle, and in that spin, I slice through the bear's cheek.
Yep. You come down, and the the shadowy presence around it tries to rise up and protect it, but you cut right through it and end up slicing along its cheek, down closer to its neck as you come back down from it. This draws the ire of the bear, and it turns and looks at you now at this point, and you see you're used to this. Like, the look of a bear staring you down is not unfamiliar to you, but you can see it's foaming at the mouth. There are additional spikes out of the bottom of its jaw, spikes running up alongside the top of its nose and over the top of its head. Its eyes are pure jet black, and it turns and looks at you.
Ugly! Anyway, so from then, because I've only used 20 of my currently 50 feet, I am going to risk the attack of opportunity. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to run back in this direction, like basically underneath the dragon's tail.
Sure. And in this case here, because everything you can gather, the dragon allows you to pass through best it can. It's a little tough because he's kind of down on the ground, but he lets you go through because allied spaces you're allowed to move through. And the bear is going to go ahead and take a swipe at you with the attack of opportunity. It's going to try to go and bite at your leg as you go and try to run away in that regard. No, actually, I think a claw would be better suited for that. We're going to do a claw instead. Going to try to swipe at your leg as you're trying to get out. For a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit.
Yeah, that was a big roll on my part. Let's go ahead and roll this damage.
Sounded like a lot of time.
It was. This claw sinks in and hurts like hell. 17 slashing damage.
Ooh.
Okay. These big chunks of that's basically bleeding. That's big chunks of like my hind leg, like blood splattering upon the ground kind of damage. But I'm still gonna, I'm still going to hold in a whimper and continue to run in that direction.
Okay. You managed to get over there.
I did not want to be in the middle of all of that. Because call. Where I placed myself was in the middle of like 4 bears.
Yep. Good call. All right. At the end of your turn, because I assume you're done now?
Yes.
The red bear reconstitutes for a second, and a tentacle lashes out and up over the dragon and onto you.
Damn, that's a fucking distance.
It's a distance. Just barely.
This...
oops. I need you to go ahead and make a acrobatics or athletics check. Your choice.
Okay. That's a 13.
Okay, 13's enough. It rolled very low. It goes with that attack trying to launch over, and you already feeling the pain. You're looking back and you're able to sidestep so that it slams into the ground next to you. Misses you. No purchase. And instead of retracting, as it hits, you can see it dissipates out into the air. Okay. Now we come to the bears, specifically. Their turn.
But the red bear just went.
The red bear got a legendary action.
Ah, okay.
Oh, good.
That was the end of its turn to try to do that. Alright, the pink bear, blue bear, green bear, and orange bear are all going to go ahead and launch tentacles at the dragon. Their focus is still on the dragon. Some decent numbers there. And I'm going to go ahead and make 1 for the dragon. Okay. It can boost and it can boost, but those are actually the same. So 3 of the tentacles manage to latch on. The only one that doesn't is orange. So pink, blue, and green, which green is going to be moving over here first, churning to face like this, and is trying to latch on. And it does. So green, blue, and pink all have tentacles out and about right now. Okay. The red bear is angry, understandably, and is going to try to move to get closer. So it's going to have to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and it's going to stop here. And then ends its turn. You can tell that the red bear is focused on you, Maka. Even though it's going around the dragon, its ire has been directed to you.
I kind of earned it with that natural 20.
Yeah. Okay. Top of the order then. Lena, your turn.
All right.
All right, how many tentacles just got fastened?
3. 1 from pink, blue, and green.
Okay. I can make it into the bushes. I am going to move. And I am going to take a shot at pink.
Okay. Are you aiming at the bear itself, or are you aiming at the tentacle?
You know what? Let's go for the tentacle. They seem to be a long-term sort of pain thing.
Uh-huh.
That is a 9.
Yeah, unfortunately, a 9 doesn't work. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a nicety as a DM here. You moved into the tree line. That was your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Your action is to make an attack. Your bonus action, because you're a rogue, you can use to hide. And if you use it to hide and hide successfully, you will get advantage on the attack.
Okay, you need to get out of my brain. Because that was my plan.
Yep. So you didn't say it. That's why I was like, let's make sure that you could do that. So go ahead and make a stealth check for me with the hide action as your bonus action. Because rogue, cunning, and all of that.
22.
Yeah, you feel pretty confident that you're stealth. And guess what? You are. Your attack has advantage. Go ahead and roll another d20 to see if you do better.
Fingers crossed. Let me turn on advantage.
Well, you already rolled the first one, so I just want one more d20.
Gotcha. Oh.
Yeah, I think that quantifies as a lot better.
Yeah.
I would hope that one hits.
So that's how much to hit?
That is a 24 to hit.
24 absolutely hits that tentacle. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Will do. That is 5 sneak attack damage and 5 regular damage.
Is your sneak attack 2d6 or 3d6?
Oh, it is 3d6.
Okay, so that's how
I had only rolled 1.
Yeah, no, it did roll the 3, because then you got a d6 for your hand crossbow.
Oh, I just rolled really bad on my sneak damage.
Yeah, three ones in total. One of the ones was for your hand crossbow, and you got a 3 and a 1 and a 1 for your sneak damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that ends up being 10 total damage.
Yes.
And as the bolt pierces through the tentacle, you can see it kind of dissipating as it goes through. You could tell that because it doesn't really have as much of a straight corporeal form, it didn't do as much damage as you were hoping. But still did hit some.
Okay, good to know. That will end my turn, I believe.
Okay. Dream, your turn.
Okay, we are going to try to use Charged Whip again.
Okay.
But I am going to... This might be a bad idea. We're going to move right there.
Okay. And you're using Charged Blade, you said?
Affirmative.
Okay. So, casting Charged Blade, correct me if I'm wrong, this puts your Earth motes at 2 and your Air motes at 4.
We actually ruled that if it doesn't connect, I don't get the motes for
That's true.
air.
We did, yeah. So you're still at 0 on the Air motes, that's right.
Right. So let's try this again.
Yep.
21 is better.
Yes. Now, which one did you say you were attacking?
I'm attacking blue.
Blue bear specifically, not the tentacle.
Affirmative.
Gotcha. Yeah, 21 will definitely hit. Go ahead and give me some damage.
All right. So that'll be 11 damage to the bear.
Okay.
And then, because of the side effect of my charged blade, I'm going to go ahead and have that that extra 3 damage go directly onto the tentacle.
Onto the tentacle?
Since it is within 5 feet of the bear. Can I do that?
Yeah. That's a creative use of that. I was expecting the other bear, but the tentacle is technically a second target, even if it is the same creature. So, yeah, no, I'll absolutely allow that.
Yes.
So, another 3 to the tentacle, you said?
Affirmative.
Okay. And I want to put that number there and that number there to keep track. Okay. Yeah, coursing through the electricity, it jumps up and then slams back down into the black tentacle that's connected over to the dragon. It did some damage, not a whole lot, so it still seems to maintain most of its form there. But the bear took the brunt of it and stumbled ever so slightly. And with its rear still facing towards you, turns its head now to look in your direction. Anything else for you?
Yes. Oh, come on. It barely phased you before. And that's my turn.
Okay.
I just had to get the pun in.
Yeah. Dragon's turn. The dragon is going to go ahead and take itself a little bit. It's down. It's still held on the ground by multiple tentacles, but it's going to do whatever it can. It is going to go ahead and lash out with its claws at the tentacle that Pink has on it, and then take a swipe at the tentacle that Green has on it. So the first one going at the tentacle with Pink. That is 21, so that definitely hits. And it is going to roll damage with the claw. That's very good. 13 slashing damage at the tentacle. Doesn't seem to take most of it, so it ends up being, instead of 13, it's resistant to that, so it goes down to 6. And that was pink, so now we've got that much there. It goes for the claw over at Green's tentacle, trying to swipe that away. Let's see. With a 6 on the die, that's still a 13 to hit, which it does. So it takes the claw damage at that one as well. That's 10 slashing damage, and same thing, the green tentacle doesn't really seem to be too phased about it. Does take some damage, and then it's going to go ahead and, as it's thrashing about and trying to spin, take a bite attack at the blue tentacle and see what happens. Ooh, shame's disadvantage, because that's a natural 20 and a 13 on the dice, but still 20 to hit means it does hit. And the damage is 15 piercing damage to the blue tentacle, which then gets cut down to 7. That tentacle's looking weak, but that's all the dragon can do. Kaiser, your turn.
All right, so my first question is going to be, listening to the inflection in the voice when it spoke earlier and just giving an eyeball real quick, does the dragon look like it's really, really bad off, or does it look like it can hang in there for a little bit?
The healing that you did to it stopped the start of the bleeding that it had. You would estimate probably about half of his total capacity.
Okay, that's good enough. And I'm going to, still in Draconic, glancing over at the dragon, we're trying our best. We're going to help you as best as we can as I make my move to right here. And as I do so, Dream will notice, since he's the only one that's got visual on me, that Kaiser's eyes that are normally gray start to change and become and look more like red solid rubies in his eye sockets. And as he does that, it looks like he starts to stare off beyond this plane of existence. And after a moment, his head starts flitting around like he's watching something like buzz around and flit by him. And then he's going to hold out his hand, and his head is going to follow it down like he's looking at something landing in his palm. And then he's going to smile and say, "Time to play." And when he says that, in a 15-foot radius around him, little columns of fire start to appear. And when those disappear, tiny little pixies that have flowing red hair and sort of golden yellow sun-colored skin wearing pink leotards appear in a 15-foot circle radius around him. And I have casted my Spirit Guardians. And the moment that the last pixie does appear, Kaiser's eyes flash and return to their normal gray color.
Which creatures are going to be unaffected by it?
My party and the dragon.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're going to need a new priest and an old priest.
keep
And
that
that-
up to set it up for me. So good.
Any creature that either enters the circle or starts its turn on the circle has to take the damage.
Yep, does a wisdom save against the damage. And even if they pass, it's half damage, so. Okay. Anything else?
Oh, and also, creatures that are in the circle speed is halved. Too,
Yes.
So. Alright, yeah, and that will be the end of my turn for now.
Okay. Maka, your turn.
All right. So, how many tentacles are still attached?
All three, pink, blue, green. Though they do look a little wavy, blue and pink look the worst for wear. Green still seems kind of solid.
I'm going to I can enter the dragon space without entering the bear space currently. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can enter into the dragon space. You can't occupy the space, so you have to move through him entirely.
Yes, but I can. Can I swipe at these tentacles moving through the dragon space?
I'll allow it, as long as you don't end your turn inside of the
I
dragon
don't
space.
intend to.
Yeah,
I
then I'll
intend-
allow it. Yeah.
So going through here at my first 25,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to slice. You said the blue and the pink were the ones that seem kind of weak right now, right?
Yes.
Knowing where Lena currently is, I'm going to go for the blue and the green, respectively.
Okay.
So first swipe at the blue,
Mm-hmm.
with Zellar's touch. That is an 8 to hit.
8 does not hit.
Okay. Because I'm currently continuing my motion, I will go for the green now
Mm-hmm.
with the second attack. That is an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
That is a 5 total damage.
Okay.
And then Maka will immediately scratch to a halt, turn around, and go back where he came the rest of the 50 feet.
Okay. As you cut through the tentacle from the green bear, it does sever entirely, just enough to make it through. And you can now see that the green bear's view shifts onto you.
As I'm heading back toward the tree line where Lena's currently being hidden,
Mm-hmm.
I will see just a moment's image of magic, and it will look as if I see the presence of another wolf in those in the trees, in the shade of the trees, that will make, just at the end of the 50 feet, Maka stop and wide-eyed sort of mouth around the hilt of Zellar's touch. Kaburka? And that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Moving on, it is now the bear's turn. Let's see. Blue bear is going to turn around. It starts his turn there. So does green. So let's go ahead, and blue has a wisdom save.
Yep. And that leads to an interesting question, since it
Sure.
happened with Dream. How would this possibly affect the tentacles this targets with the pixies?
It'll affect
Could
them
it?
as well.
Cool.
So, so for the blue bear, with a 4 on the dice and the wisdom save +1, a 5.
Yep, I forgot to say it would have to be the DC total of 15 for any save damage.
Yeah, so 5 doesn't beat it. The tentacle is actually not of a mind. It's going to fail automatically. The green bear, 11 fails as well. All 3 take full damage. Go ahead and roll once the 3d8 that you've got.
Ooh!
So,
Very
all of
nice.
a sudden, anyone that sees the pixies, especially Dream, you start seeing they start giggling as they start swirling around and just converge on the tentacles and the bears, just giggling all the while as they start shooting out white flames, like white fire, and just devouring the tentacles and the bears in those. For a total of 19 radiant damage.
Yep, and the radiant damage affects them even more because of the circumstances. You deal that 19 doubled over to 38 to the blue tentacle, and you can see that pain carries over into the bear significantly. I need to add really fast. -2 plus 40, that number. And then I've still got more to go. The green one didn't have the tentacle out at the time, so it ends up taking that. So there and there. Kaiser, this blue bear is churning around to face Dream, and then gets blasted by all of these pixies. Describe to me how the bear meets its end.
Basically, like just a swarm of locusts, the pixies just surround this bear, and it just looks like this huge just wave of white fire washes over it and just incinerates it with radiant holy damage.
Yeah. And
so now there's just a blackened bear husk on the ground as giggling maniac-like pixies float above it, proud of their work.
And sure enough, it is a blackened husk of a creature there now on the ground. The green bear, reacting to this damage, is going to go ahead and churn. This is, for all intents and purposes, dead. We're just going to squish it. Churns and moves up to you now with the ire. Squish. Because you've gained its ire at this point, and it's going to go ahead and take a swipe at you. Let's see. 16 to hit.
That would just miss.
Okay. And then after missing with the claw, it rears up and goes into strike with a bite. Ooh. Natural 19 on the dice. 27 to hit.
Yep, that one will hit.
Yep. And the bite comes down on top of your shoulder, like piercing through the armor. And I need these dice. Yes.
Oh! I was right next to it. Does that mean that I get an attack of opportunity?
We're going to say yes because of the weird shape that it is. Yes. So let's go ahead and we'll do the damage, because it did leave your threatened space to kind of shift around. So we'll say yes. I don't think you're going to do enough to kill it. Let's take your opportunity attack first, maybe. Let's say.
19.
That hits. Give me some damage.
5.
Okay. So yeah, not enough to kill it, but definitely enough to hurt it. And its course remains true. It comes in with that bite attack landing. You're lucky. 15 piercing damage.
Sorry, I have another question.
Sure.
I have Sentinel, so its speed became 0. Does that
You
mean
did take
that
Sentinel. So then,
I have this? It was my 4th level Edgewalker.
yeah. Okay, so let's reevaluate how this went down here, because you might not have taken that damage. It was churned this way, facing in, and then technically had to go and churn to face here, which puts it outside of... You're still with a whip, aren't you?
I'm still with my whip, my chain whip, my sword whip.
It technically never left your opportunity range then, because you have range of 10.
Fair enough.
So that damage actually couldn't go through because it didn't leave your threatened space, because you've got the range of 10 on the whip. I had to think about that, and I was like, yeah. So he does still move up here, and he is still within the 10 feet the entire time. It's a tight move. You know, if it was anything else, I could totally see that, but that was a tight move regardless. So yeah, you do take that damage, Kaiser. The 15, like I said.
I tried.
Yep.
Yeah, you just, that moment that bite comes out, just because that one hurts.
Yep.
Also, I need to make a concentration check.
Yep. So half the damage or 10, which in this case 10 is the higher of it. So Constitution concentration saving throw, DC 10.
So roll a Constitution save then.
Yes. Oh yeah, you're good.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. The next situation is the orange bear is going to go ahead and move here, twist itself around, and is going to go ahead and try to bite at the dragon. Misses. Tries to claw at the dragon. 17 is its armor, so it meets and thus does the damage. With that claw, it's 3d6. 11 takes 17 points of slashing on the dragon. That much. And the pink bear is still in range, is going to do the same, is going to try to bite because it's still focused on the dragon. The pink hasn't given up its focus yet. It's going to churn 19 with the bite, that hits, and even higher with the claw, that hits. So it's going to take quite a bit of damage on this one. Where's my d8s? There they are. $11, 17, 21, 33 total damage. Okay, dragon's looking kind of bloodied here. The red is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to churn over here. It's still focused on Maka. It caught its ire. And is going to go for a bite attack against you, Maka.
It would be a perfect time to do so because Maka is currently looking toward the trees.
Yep, but with a 10...
That is not going to hit.
Goes to swipe with a claw. Your attention is drawn back to it momentarily. 13.
Does not hit.
Okay. Both attacks sail clear of you. Does not seem to land its hit. Let's see.
Also, Red Bear's ass entered my
It did.
Pixie ring.
So it needs to take a wisdom saving throw, which it fails, and takes the 3d8. Because this is a new instance, go ahead and roll the 3d8 again.
Not as good. Only 9 radiant this time.
That's all good.
But still less. Only a few pixies break off and converge on that bear to try and help Maka and just start blasting with smaller spouts of white fire.
Yep. So, okay. That is going to be all from the bears. And it goes top of the order. Lena.
I'm gonna punish the red bear for hitting my friend.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay. My question is, do I still get my sneak attack with ranged because it's 5 foot of an ally?
You won't get the advantage, but you will get the sneak attack. Unless you're hired. So.
Well, I can do that as a bonus action, so let me try and do that then first.
Okay.
Let me roll that up. I think that does it. That's a 28.
Yeah, I think that does it. You are pretty solidly hidden.
And so, you said I get advantage on it?
Yes, you take advantage now with the shot.
Sweet. And I'm going to try and hit it. That would be an 18 to hit.
18 will hit. Go ahead and give me some damage. Add that sneak attack.
Very nice. 17 sneak attack damage and 5 regular damage.
Damn, so a total of 23?
Goodness.
22? 17 plus 5?
22, yes.
Take the extra one. Take the extra one.
Yeah.
I know.
No, it's good. That's a hefty bit of damage. And with that, you now see the bear's eyes shift over to you instead.
Oh man, I'm gonna be having to use some uncanny dodge soon.
Is that all for you?
Yes, because I don't want to leave too far to shoot the shit around the dragon. So
Okay.
I will chill where I am.
Sounds good. End of your turn. The red bear launches a tendril out at you. I need you to make a athletics or acrobatics check, your choice, in competition with the one that it makes.
I will do acrobatics
Okay.
for a 15.
23.
Boo!
Tentacle leaps out from it and slams down around you before wrapping around your waist. You now have a tentacle wrapped around you. You are considered restrained. Your movement speed is 0 while you are restrained, and any attack made against you has advantage. Any attack you make has disadvantage.
Okay.
Additionally, the green bear launches a tentacle at Kaiser. Kaiser, acrobatics or athletics check, please.
$16.
Only a 15. Just narrowly managing to dodge out of the way, deflecting it with your shield and causing it to dissipate in the air around you. It launched that tentacle, but at such close range, you were already prepared. Does not land. Very nice. Now, Dream. Well, no, actually, the orange bear is going to go ahead and attempt to latch on to the dragon with a tentacle. Yeah, I think that's... Oh my god, it didn't work. I rolled for the bear with an 18 on the dice, and they have the same plus as the dragon, and I rolled for the dragon and got a 19. The dragon manages to shrug it off. No tentacle comes out from the orange bear. So now we have just to give an update, one tentacle, which is looking weak, coming out from the pink bear to the dragon. And the orange bear has been completely unfettered, completely left alone in this situation here.
Actually, on the note of the pink bear tentacle, and I wanted to ask because you said that they counted, the tentacle is technically on the dragon within the 15-foot radius of my pixies. Would that one have been hit?
It's on the dragon, but I'm counting its space as part of the bear's space.
Okay.
Okay, Dream, your turn.
All right. So I will go ahead and move as soon as I get on the right tool to do so. I'll move there.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to... Or does the green one still have a tentacle on the dragon?
No, green does not. The only one that has a tentacle is pink to dragon.
Okay.
Oh, and I apologize. Red to Lena has a tentacle as well.
Yay!
Okay, so I will go ahead and... I will attack green with my sword whip.
Okay.
$16.
16 will hit. Give me some damage.
For another 8 slashing.
Okay. And the green bear seems unfazed and continues to focus its ire on Kaiser.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Dragon's turn. The dragon is going to go ahead and... That's a question. What can it do? Okay, I see what it's going to try to do. It's going to go ahead and... Well, it doesn't really have too much of a space to do it safely. And it can't move, because it's still restrained with the tentacles. Even though one is on it, and that's all it still is technically restrained. It's going to go ahead and... We will say... Yeah. It's going to try to do this, because I was looking for a way to do a breath attack, and I think this is going to be the way to do it. It's going to turn around and breathe in deep and shoot out a cone to hit the red bear barely and the pink bear in full blast. It's
would that also hit the tentacles between them?
It would end up hitting the pink tentacle for sure, but I don't know about the one going to Lena. Let's do a percentage check on that. Yes, it is going to.
Woo! Yes!
So it goes ahead and it does its thing. The tentacles automatically fail because there is no saves that they need to make on this one. And the bears are going to make Constitution saving throws. Red bear. Con save. It's only +4. Both of them fail, so they are taking full damage on this.
Woo!
Nice.
Big money, no whammy, no whammy.
And both of them have tentacles out. So the thing that's been going on behind this is going to be very interesting. I need to roll, and I'm going to do this on roll 20 because it's a lot of dice.
Rip.
And it ended up getting the average 45 cold damage. This now is 45 cold damage in a single attack to the tentacle, to both of the bears, at both tentacles and both of the bears. The mechanic that's been going on, the red bear and the pink bear freeze completely solid.
Nice.
They are both taken out of this fight. And now with that, the dragon is free to move. And is going to go ahead and stretch its wings for a sec. And then say, "Finally, a chance to breathe." And flies up 15 feet in the air. He's going to take an opportunity attack from Orange. Green is not focused on him. Orange takes a swipe, misses terribly. Kaiser, your turn.
Can I just do like a flavor thing?
Yeah, go for
Lena's gonna look up and shout, "Thank you!"
it. Anytime you want to do something like that for a quick shout, you just shout it if it's in character, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we've still got 2 bears left at least. Orange is pretty healthy from what I've gathered, and green, I say, is probably...
It's tough to tell because of the shadows that surround it, but if you've been paying enough attention to the battle, you would know that Orange is completely untouched so far.
Yep. That's about what I figured. So Kaiser is going to look at the main pixie, the one that floated around and is perched on his shoulder, and he's like, "I can't let you ladies have all the fun." And he's going to snap his fingers and drop his spiritual weapon right here where the green dot is.
Okay. And now that the dragon is elevated, it is able to be its own space. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
Same as always, it's a sword hilt with angelic sort of hand guards on it and a crescent moon blade.
We're just gonna type it like this, and we're gonna... I don't have that? How do I not have that? Strange. Maybe it's in generic? No, because those are mine. Thought I had that. I've put a sword out there before for you. Unless they're changing stuff on me again. No. I just don't have it for some reason. Oh, I got a plus, that's why. I'm a dummy. There we go. And just let me know if you want to move it.
Will do. And so the moment that it comes out like it materializes sort of above the bear and comes down in a swipe into its side.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
A nat 20 plus 7 for 27.
Oh.
Yeah, nat 20 always hits. Give me that damage, double the dice.
Third nat 20 for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
This nat 20 brought to you by WizKids.
So that's 5 doubled to 10 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 4, so 14 total radiant damage.
Yep.
Which I know now currently hurts them a lot more than normal.
So, you notice that the radiant damage that's been going into the bears has not been hurting them more than normal. It has been hurting the tentacles more than normal.
I thought you said the bears. My bad then.
Nah, it's all good. There's something else that I'll explain to you guys mechanically after the fight is done that was going on.
Even still, 14 radiant damage is going to hurt.
Oh yeah, it definitely did. Alright, anything else from you?
As that was my bonus action, so for my normal action, Geyser's going to ready his mace, take a couple of test swaps, and then reach back and like a baseball bat just come across the face with his mace.
Mace to the face. Give me a sweep.
We're gonna have to make a meme with Kaiser. Mace to the face.
Not so much on that one. He's feeling kind of rusty.
Not so much. The shadow comes up and does block and kind of absorb the blow. So it hits, but doesn't make any kind of significant purchase. All right. Any movement from you, or are you good?
I'm going to stay put right here with Kaiser putting his shield up more, even though it's kind of limp because he's favoring that shoulder at the moment.
Mm-hmm. All right. Maka, your turn.
All right. Maka turns around just in time to see the bear get blasted with this incredibly cold cone of dragon's breath.
Mm-hmm.
It's frozen solid, but before he can really have a chance to think, he feels this wind rushing past him from his right side, and there a spiritual version of a direwolf runs past him straight down to stand beside Kaiser. He almost drops his sword as the image, this direwolf with this spiritual translucent direwolf with this aura around it, as if warm wind is surrounding it, causing vapors like you would see in a desert of this wavy air around it. Kaiser, you feel some warmth, but it hasn't quite set in yet as the direwolf stands right next to you in your space. And just
space?
Simply, huh?
In his space or behind?
Correct. In his space. Based on the spell, which at this point Maka has unknowingly cast. It appears in a space that is a 5-foot cube that you can see within range. The spirit looks like a transparent beast or fae. So that's what happens.
Yep. Standing now at your side, Kaiser, is a ethereal, wispy, almost large wolf in your presence.
And Maka is sort of mutters around the sword. It can't be. And that is going. He casts healing spirit without knowing about it, without like fully understanding it yet, and that's going to end the turn.
Okay. Now, healing spirit activates when?
Healing spirit activates when creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn, or starts their turn there.
Okay.
So it works just like my spirit guardians then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for you, Maka?
That's it.
Okay.
I mean, I think spell takes up my entire action.
It does, yes.
So, yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be it.
Okay. Bear's turn. The green bear is still in range of the circumstances, and the orange bear is now in range as well because it got closer, it looks like. Or was it there before? You haven't moved.
No, I haven't moved.
It was there last turn. Let's go ahead and we'll do a quick thing on the orange from last turn as well. It makes its wisdom save with a 16, because you said 15 was your DC, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And if I'm looking correctly, back up here, it was 9 damage that you had that turn. So it would take half of that, so it would be 4 damage that would end up taking from before. Now both of them need to make their wisdom saves again. I need to take a picture of that shit. This never happens, and if I don't take a picture before I move, people are gonna go, "What the fuck, you liar?" Boom.
Wait, was it double ones or double 20s?
I was about to say, this is either double nat 1s or double nat 20s.
It was double nat 20s.
Oh,
no.
shit.
Yeah. So you still deal damage, but it is going to be halved for both of them.
So 7 damage of radiant apiece to them then.
Yes. So that and that. Okay. Let's see. Green Bear is still angry with you. So he's going to go ahead and take a swipe with his claw. 18 to hit.
That meets my armor class, so it just hits me.
It just hits. It's going to go ahead, like I said, with the claw. It's going to lash out. Oh, I am so sorry. That was very potent. 21 slashing damage.
As that claw comes down, it connects into Kaiser deep, and he falls down.
Okay, Kaiser is unconscious. Having pushed you down unconscious, the bear is going to have to make a decision. The bears, if you haven't gathered, are very mindless overall, and once they get onto a target, they kind of stick to it until something causes them to go elsewhere.
And as Kaiser goes down, considering they were concentration, the pixies sort of let out gasps as they start to disappear and flip from existence.
Mm-hmm. Pixies
My
go.
And the spiritual weapon thankfully stays because it's not concentration, so...
Get away from him, you filthy mongrel!
Before it makes its decision, I would like to take my reaction. Sentinel allows me to attack another creature within 5 feet that makes an attack against another target other than me.
That it does. Go for it.
So I will use my sword whip on it, or try to. 25.
Definitely
Nice.
hits. Give some damage.
I'm going to unleash.
Yeah, I absolutely allow that on any attack.
So there's a 9 slashing and then 4d6 for my unleash. So another 14 force damage on top.
14 force damage.
For a total of 23?
Yeah. Let's put it to you this way. The amount of damage that this bear has taken overall is 86. Its HP was 84. How do you want to do this?
You can't say that. It's trademark.
I said it anyway.
Okay. So
I mean, I know
the
you
clock,
probably like it, but Matthew Mercer gonna have your balls.
the claw comes down on Kaiser. My sword whip goes or lashes out around its throat. And I just simply say, "Bad bear." Yank.
And sure enough, as you yank back, the serrated edge and the individual pieces unleash and just carve all around the bear, taking its head clean off from its shoulders.
You hear "damn" from the woods.
somewhere in the trees. Damn.
All right. The green bear does not get a chance to go again. It lost its head. The orange bear does not have an attack because the dragon is flying and ends its turn. Lena, your turn.
Okay, let me do some measuring real quick. See how close I have to get to these bears. Okay, I have to get substantially closer to these bears. Let me see if I can hit it now, because that is my entire move. Oh wait, actually, I have one more move, but let me measure anyway. Ah, 30 feet exactly. Yes.
Yeah, you're good.
Can I hide in the bushes?
Bonus action hide.
Yes.
Roll a stealth check.
You got it.
I am going to say this one, it's going to have a little bit better because it's like there's nothing really super blocking you.
18?
So its base perception is 14, and I was going to give it a +5, giving it 19. So you feel like you have not successfully hidden from this bear.
Okay, I'm shoot his ass anyway.
Mm-hmm. Make an attack.
You click off sneak attack.
No, you still get sneak attack.
Oh, I still get sneak attack?
As long as you hit, which 23
Oh, sweet.
does hit. And the reason you get sneak attack is because Dream is in
Oh, yeah, he's
space
right
with it.
there.
Mm-hmm. So you still get the sneak attack damage.
Sweet. Gonna do that sweet, sweet sneak attack damage. That is 8 sneak attack damage and 8 regular damage for 16 total.
Okay. The orange bear's eyes now go down away from the dragon and focus on the little fennec fox that just unloaded a crossbow at it.
I wave at it.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. End of your turn. It latches out towards you with a tentacle. Go ahead and make an acrobatics or athletics check.
$13?
20.
No.
Tentacle once again lands down on top of you, knocking you to the ground momentarily as it wraps around you and then gently lifts you back up, putting you on your feet. You are once again restrained.
You know, it's a little shady that all these tentacles are only hitting the girl. Just saying.
The girl's dealing the damage. Dream, your turn.
I beg your pardon, sir. But this turn I'm not dealing the damage. I'm going to upcast Healing Word
Mm-hmm.
on Kaiser.
Okay.
Looks like for
8.
Oh, it didn't automatically do the extra.
So what's your
the additional D4.
So what level did you cast it at? Second?
I cast it at level 2.
Yes. So it is 2d4.
Oh, okay. Then yes.
Yeah. And your spellcasting mod, it's Wisdom, and that's a +3 or a +4?
+3.
Yeah. So plus
So that's
3.
right.
Yeah. So it's 8 healing. Kaiser, that's 8 healing. You're back up.
Yeah. The moment that the healing kills him, and he rapidly opens his eyes, he's like, "What the fuck?"
On your feet, soldier.
Okay. Anything else from you, Dream?
I love how he's so very cheerful.
Uh-huh. Anything else, Dream? Any movement or bonus action?
No, I'm staying right here. But I want to change the words that I say. I'd be like, time to wake up.
There you go. All right. Dragon's turn. Turns around, still up in the air, and is going to find out if it gets its breath attack back. It does not. And he looks rough. Like there are bits of blood dropping down and landing in the sand underneath him, and he is holding himself up, but he's going to stay in the air for that situation there. Kaiser, your turn. You are prone on the ground.
And I'm starting my turn in that healing spirit.
Yes, you are. How much healing does that do? We go to the spellcaster who cast it. Roll the healing for it, please. Maka, that's you.
Oh, you're back up.
Yep, but he also, he gets healing from the wolf as well, so.
Unfortunately, that's only 2 healing, but it's still 2 more than you had before.
Yep. Okay.
Kaiser's still a bloody mess with like some seeping out through like some of the marks in his armor, especially from his shoulder. Okay, so I'm gonna bonus action move my spiritual weapon right into Orange Bear's face.
Okay.
Now, to let you know, by the way, the wolf has not like looked down at you. It is simply like it looks like it's baring its teeth or with tail up in the air toward the bear, even though it's not actually attacking.
Yeah, not thinking about it, especially since he just woke up. Kaiser, not realizing, thinks Maka, and he'll reach out to try and pet it, and what?
And it goes through. Yep. That's where the 2 healing comes from.
He goes to pet his. My hand feels better. My arthritis feels a little less today.
All right, I'm going to use half my movement to get back to my feet.
Yep.
Okay,
so you made
first
the
things
movement
first.
with your spiritual weapon. It's right in its face.
I accidentally clicked off roll 20.
Nope.
Good job, me.
Oh,
So that'll be a 14 total to hit.
14.
that looked like it was going to be a 1.
Yeah, it looked like it was rolling into that one. 14, unfortunately, does not hit.
Damn.
But it's also not a nat 1.
It's also not a nat 1,
Yeah. All right. And still getting his bearings. Kaiser.
The puns.
Yep. Kaiser's going to hold his hand out, and a golden radiant ball is going to appear in it, and he's going to lob a guiding bolt at it.
Sure. Roll an attack for Guiding Bolt. What level are you casting it at?
Just first level.
Okay.
For a total of 19 to hit.
19 will
No,
definitely hit.
18.
18 still hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
Alright, what is the damage on this thing? For a total of 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
And a slight silvery moonlit kind of glow sort of envelops it as it makes contact, because the next attack roll on the target before its next turn has advantage.
Yay!
And sure enough, it's glowing and doesn't seem to change its focus off of Lena, onto you. Still focused on Lena, tentacle wrapped around her. Okay. That was most of your movement. You can make a little bit more movement if you want, but that was bonus in action. So, any more movement?
I'm going to stay put.
Sounds good. Maka, your turn.
Maka shakes his head to come back to his senses, looks forward, sees the tentacle on Lena, is going to move in front of Lena's space to slice at that tentacle.
Okay. Because it's a direct attack, we will let that happen there. Go ahead and make an attack.
19 to hit.
19 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is a 7 total.
Okay. And that's radiant damage, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. So that gets doubled to 14. There. Okay. You can see as you slice through, it's just barely hanging on. Just a thread is still holding there. And as you slice through, you hear the bear grunt a significant amount there as well. But its focus still stays on Lena.
Then I am going to continue 5 more feet forward while literally, continuing that slice down through the tentacle as best I can.
Nice, I love it. Roll an attack.
That is a 25 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And that is another 6 damage.
Doubles over to 12. The tentacle rips asunder. And the bear is now dripping blood from its mouth out on the sides. Still focused on Lena.
Thank you, Maka.
And that's going to end my turn.
Okay. It goes to the bear's turn. The bear. 5, 10, 15. Gonna scoot 20. It is now out of your range, Dream.
I would like to make my reaction on it then.
Go for it.
And this is made at advantage?
It won't be at advantage.
Well,
And next attack because of my
Guiding Bolt would be. Yes, actually. I'm trying to remember, though. Kaiser went down from the bears before, and then you used your reaction there, so no, you were fine. Yeah, you're fine. because it went back to your turn, so you're fine. You got your reaction back.
And I know we've established this before, but I don't remember the ruling. What was the ruling on opportunity attacks from my spiritual weapon?
It doesn't take any.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20.
Not 20.
Nice.
Let's go.
All
I
right.
really wish that I saved my unleash for this now.
Go ahead.
No,
roll
your
it.
unleash did come at the perfect time.
Oh no.
Oh no, minimum
no.
damage.
Oh no. Oh, that hurts. I'm so sorry. Oh my. All right.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Uh-huh.
So that's 5 damage then?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, hey, for lulz, it's now at 69 damage taken.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, now I'm kind of glad you didn't unleash because that was minimal damage. It would have felt like more of a waste.
Yeah. Alright.
fair.
Going after Lena with a bite attack first. Tries to lunge at you with its teeth for a 13 to hit.
Let me double check. That is a 14 armor class.
And that's a miss. And it comes in with the claw after you manage to dip out. You kind of... It aims a little high, you drop down, and it comes down with both of its paws, trying to sink the claws right into your back for a 19 to hit.
Okay, I am going to uncanny dodge this.
Okay. The damage from the claws is 19 slashing. Uncanny dodge drops it down to 9.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you can feel the breath and the blood dripping out of its mouth down onto you, just little dribbles on top of you at this point. But that ends its turn. Lena, your turn.
Man, bears do not brush their teeth. I'm going to drop my hand crossbow,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go for a dagger attack.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
That's a 21.
21 will hit. Go ahead and roll, and you do still get sneak attack if you would like
Oh, of course I like it.
it.
That is 8 sneak attack, 7 piercing, so 15.
15 total. So, remember how I said it was at 69 damage before?
Yeah.
Plus 15 puts it at 84. 84 is its HP. Tell me how you kill this thing.
I'm gonna slap its out, say, "Bad bear," and then stab it through the top of his head.
Oh. Slapping it with the pommel of the dagger and doing a quick flip to come down right into its head. The shadow comes up, the tentacle tries to launch itself back up, and it does grab onto your hand, but not in time as you sink through. Finding purchase, the bear's body goes still. The shadow around it begins to dissipate as it falls and slips right back off of your blade, motionless on the ground.
I am going to wipe my blade on its fur.
All right. That was quite the combat, and we are now out of combat.
And with that, once the last bear falls, Kaiser's going to look up. You're safe now.
Since we're out of combat, and I know this doesn't last that long, because I think the spell only lasts, let's see, 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have it do the Kaiser. You're going to get another D6 of health. That's going to be another 4 HP to you.
That's 2 down out of the 10 total rounds.
and then because I can only do this 3 times. The spiritual wolf then moves back towards Maka and does another d6 of health on that, because that's the first time in that space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to heal for 6 damage to myself.
Nice.
And just before and then stands there in front of Maka for a second, and Maka is just like frozen. There's that moment where there's this feeling of warmth, as Kaiser has also felt, before the wolf actually goes through Maka and completely dissipates.
Fair warning, I don't know how this music sounds. I'm going to try it. Yeah, this will work. Okay. Combat has now concluded. The wolf is dealt with, the spiritual weapon is dealt with and cleared out, and the dragon is going to turn over here and land on the ground facing all of you.
The first thing Kaiser will do is he's going to approach, and he's going to hold up his hand. Let me assist you one last time.
Certainly.
And I'll lay my hand on it, and I'm going to upcast my Cure Wounds to 2nd level.
Okay. Let's get some numbers there.
I would try and help, but I've unfortunately run out of my healing magic.
So that's 6 plus I'm on the spellcasting 4, so 10 plus 2, 12 plus the spell's level. So 14 total healing back.
Okay. Not bad. Especially off of a 6 on the dice. Okay. One touched by the light. Thank you for your aid. And to the rest of you small ones, thank you for your aid in the time of need.
No problem.
We were more than happy to help, O Great One.
'Tis strange to see these beasts act in such a manner. They had abilities unlike anything I have seen in my time.
Yeah, I think that's a first time for us too.
Mostly. The spikes that they present are, unfortunately, I think, related to our current quarry.
Yeah,
Speaking
we're
of which,
looking into what's causing this.
Now, Maka is going to sniff the bear and this time is actually, my thought is that these bears are the same as like the dire rats. Am I smelling the same thing?
Make a perception check with advantage.
That's an 18.
Okay. Now go ahead and make an intelligence check. Do you
Straight
have nature?
intelligence?
Do you have nature proficiency?
No.
Yeah, straight intelligence.
Oop, that was with advantage.
So
the first number was a 10.
10. Okay. Considering it hasn't been too long since you've dealt with dire rats in this situation, you are picking up the same general smell off of it. But you are getting additionally the absence of smell, almost kind of waving back and forth on them.
Sort of like an ozone smell.
An ebb and flow, yeah, almost like an ozone to a certain sense, and it keeps like hitting you in waves and then dissipating and coming back, almost like, well, yeah, I'll let you decide.
They are like the dire rats, but there's something different about them in just the way they smell. It's like a nothing, but it's not a nothing. An energy I can't quite explain, but they do have the same overall general scent.
Could it be?
They are
given
the same.
Given how tough these are, could it be that Astrofel's getting more advanced in what he's being able to do to them?
He's moved on from rats and goblins to these, so I wouldn't doubt it.
May I suggest that we speculate while we don't have a guest?
Fair point. Sorry, Great One.
'Tis quite all right. You saved me, and your conversations, while meaningless to me and beneath my station, are perfectly valid in your moment of triumph. However...
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's quite alright. Speak your mind.
What they were talking about was that we've seen creatures with some of these sort of modifications before, but the tentacles are new.
Yes, I have not experienced any beasts with this kind of an ability either in my hunting. This is new as well for me.
Which leads me to a question, if it's alright. It's been, from what I've gathered, a very long time since dragons have been seen, relegated to some people even saying that you're myths or legends. What brings you out now?
I was drawn out. My cave rests high atop the mountain, and he turns and looks up into those peaks that you originally saw him come over the top of before. I stayed and slumbered and hid myself well enough to hunt only as needed. But these creatures entered into my lair, entered into my domain. Such foolish creatures, to think they could come and face me in my own home. I could not let it stand. I routed them and was summarily caught unawares by their numbers. There were more in weight. And here we are. I crash-landed and was fortunate enough to have all of you nearby to lend an aid in keeping my greatness going.
I suppose that brings up the question of why would they attack you?
That I do not know.
And on a follow-up to that, did it seem like they came across you by accident, or did it seem like it was directed?
They were lying in wait. I can only assume it was a coordinated attack.
And that means that the prey that were after knew of you and knew how to find you, more than likely. And that by itself is very worrying.
Your den's compromise has well been hunted and found.
So the one that you seek is the one responsible for this absolute disregard and disrespect shown to me today.
Exactly.
We think so.
Then, I propose an offer to you small ones. In your time of need, when you are facing down this enemy, I can lend you my aid in one of two ways. You may call upon me, and I shall strike from above on whatever battlefield might be near, freezing my foes solid, and thus your foes in the same foul swoop. Or I can permit you an item from my hoard. You would just need to come and retrieve it. What say you? My strength in battle? Or my strength in itemization?
I heard the struggle for that.
Yeah, there was struggle.
It would come down to my question of, if we were to request your aid in battle, how many times is that allowed to be done?
You have saved my life this day. I in turn save yours. And thus the debt will be repaid. 1 for 1.
What do we think, guys? A one-time save from the dragon, or an item from his hoard that could aid us now and into the future as well?
Honestly, from what it sounds like, this guy has gotten away from you before. So, long-term thinking might not be a bad thing.
Not to mention that if we call upon... I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Ah, yes. How absolutely unbecoming of me. I am a Halavrog.
Sounds of the DM
Frog?
stalling.
Halavrog.
Olivrog, okay.
Halivrag. I have the
Halavrog?
name prepared.
Well met.
Yeah.
Halavrog, well met. I am Waking Dream.
I'm Lena. Sorry.
We simply answered at the same time.
Makapaitu. Lena.
I am known as Kaiser.
Kaiser.
I'm Lena.
Yes, Lena. I now have your names. The debt shall be paid however you see fit. I must know your answer before I depart, though.
As nice as having your strength in at least a battle would be, I think having an item from your hoard would aid us both now and in the long term. It's a great one.
Not to mention that calling upon you at the wrong time could result in larger implications down the long run.
We could accidentally expose you, get you threatened. You would never be able to rest as easily.
Very well. An item from my hoard it is. All you
Can
must
I
do-
see if this pleases the dragon for the like what are the mood that I'm gonna get? What's the mood that I'm getting from the dragon for this answer?
Insight check.
$18.
You can gather that he is a little upset that he doesn't get to enter in battle and get revenge with his own hands, but is still accepting of the answer. It's that little pang of, damn, I wanted to kill some bitches. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, I quite understand the want for better aid for the long run, but I do not understand what that may entail. Perhaps better food? Or armor? And and when he says armor, he actually goes to scratch at the side of him for a sec. But it seems, based on what you want, you would like to join in the battle.
I do wish vengeance, but you make a valid argument. Appearing at an inopportune time could endanger my greatness. And survival is paramount.
I can't argue with that.
Extending a part of my horde to you small ones will, in a way, be me exacting my revenge against the one you seek.
I'll definitely tell him you say hi.
Much appreciated. Now then, allow me to enter into your minds so you might know the location of my den. He goes ahead and sits back on his hindquarters, closes his eyes before opening them, and a bright, light blue has completely enveloped his eyes, giving off a bit of a radiance to it.
I do not resist.
I'll accept him.
I'll accept.
Maka?
I have no idea what's going on, so I guess I accept by default.
If you have no idea what's going on, you could result that as resisting. So think about that answer.
Yeah, I'll resist it first because I have no idea what's happening.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
5.
Not enough. Okay. That solves that. He presses into all of your minds, and in unison, you all kind of briefly are aware of each other. And you're all thrust vertically, airborne out of your bodies into sort of an astral sense. Your physical beings aren't there anymore, but you're still experiencing this together, and you know you're all present together in this before you are whisked away at a speed absolutely ludicrous over the mountains, delving down on the opposite side into the snow-covered plains that lead up towards the city-state of Doranel. You are in the mountain range that separates from the southern and the northern half of this side of the continent. You're almost flying, breezing past, down in between a few mountains, until you come to a passageway. This passageway appears to connect both of the areas between the southern and the northern. There's a small city with a road going through it in a Y shape. The northern, the line of the Y is heading north and out to the mountains, and it flies down to the city with a stone wall surrounding it and encapsulating it. Several large hills in the middle of the town itself. You fly down and around, curving over back to the east, going about 5 or 6 mountains down. You're moving so fast it's hard to keep track, until you arrive at a cavern. Around the entrance to the cavern, crystal formations of ice have been gathered around the outside of it, creating an almost gorgeous way that it reflects the light, like it's crystal, but ice. You delve inside, and just about a couple 100 feet back of winding through the tunnels is a large, opulent, icy cavern. In the middle sits a large pile of gold, chests, armor, weaponry. Before finally your vision is shunted back, and you are present once again. Halavrag closes his eyes and opens them back up to standard pupils as you were seeing before. But that is the way to achieve entrance into my lair. Come meet me when you can, and you shall have the pick. Now then, thank you once again, small ones. Your assistance is very much appreciated.
It was our pleasure, Great One.
He stands up, wings unfurled. Travel well, and give that son of a bitch you're following one for me. Bats his wings against the ground and takes off, sending all of you nearly onto your backs with the amount of wind pressure that he puts out, before soaring back over the mountain range and disappearing out of sight.
If it's all the same to you, I think I'm going to go ahead and faint now.
I was about to say, the moment that the dragon vanishes out of sight, guys are normally, sitting up stoic and straight and sturdy. He just collapses on his ass and... Oh, it has been a day.
Dragons are quite large.
Yep.
But we took out 5 bears.
5 scary-ass bears.
They were exceptionally tough, that's for damn sure.
That was fun! And you actually see Maka get like a little lighter in his step as he, trots over closer to the road. Oh, why is it facing things bigger than I? Feels so invigorating. With you lot. That felt really good.
Luckily, we won.
If there was ever doubt. Even bears cannot stand a chance against us.
I don't know. Them tentacles, they look like they hurt the dragon pretty bad.
The tentacles are nothing compared to the sword I wielded. Heck, even my teeth could have bitten through them with no problem.
And at that point, Gaza reaches up. Yeah, tell that to my poor shoulder. Their claws and teeth hurt.
Their claws and teeth always hurt. And, Mock actually, leans back to lick the wound that's on his hind leg. But a battle none finer.
None of you happen to have any vials, do you?
Like empty ones?
Yes.
There might be some in an herbalist's kit.
I do not have any.
Neither do I.
I remember seeing Amelia have quite a few vials whenever she got her kit open.
So,
Kaiser.
The Kaiser, I was about to mention that I've still actually Funnily enough, I'm still carrying around the medicine pouches and my herbalism kit from the church, so I might actually have some empty vials in that church pouch or my herbalism kit.
Yeah, in the herbalism kit, there are absolutely some vials, and the medicine pouch that you ended up having would have a couple vials spare as well.
May I borrow some?
I'll pull out one from my herbalism kit, and I'll pull out 2 from the church pouch, and I'll hand him 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And may I make an investigation roll to see if I can find any of the dragon's blood that was still spilt on the ground?
Absolutely. Roll an investigation check.
Oh, dang it. Can I roll a perception check instead?
No. But if you tell people what you're doing, you can get advantage.
Oh. I mean,
you can get some assistance with it, so...
Yeah. I'll go ahead and start looking around, and well, you see, dragons being mythical creatures, their blood can have some great magical properties. I wouldn't want to harvest it from the dragon itself, but I figured if it was already spilt, then it's fair game.
Well, if you want to try to find some, come over here to me for a second, would you, Dream?
Hmm?
Do you approach the sitting dragonborn?
Ooh, affirmative.
He'll reach out and sort of clasp you on the arm, and I'll pump a bit of guidance into him.
Okay.
Which gives you a 1d4 roll to any ability check of your choice.
Okay.
I'll help you look.
That's the best I can offer right now. I don't feel like moving at the moment.
That's fair. Okay, so I'll go ahead and roll my second investigation for Lena's assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Thank you,
I did
Lena.
good.
And then the D4 for guidance, just because. There we go, 23.
23. Okay. And now, let's go ahead and I'm going to put this out here so you guys can see it. You saw the D8s I rolled earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay. With a 23, you are able to recover enough blood to fill 3 full vials.
Excellent.
Let's go ahead and make sure you mark that down in your inventory.
I don't know what we can use this for, but...
There are a couple items that you guys can pick up throughout your journeys that you can use in crafting. This very well could be one of them.
I could probably use this to channel some magic into some jewelry, into some rings or necklaces. That'd be a very valuable component, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it could probably be used to make some pretty potent potions as well.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
Potent potables?
Hmm.
I've been tempted to try and do the same with these demonic creatures, but since they're only half demon, I can't verify its potency. Not only that, but for me, the making of magical items is just theory at the moment.
So Maka, I see you've pulled yourself away. What's going on over there?
Maka is currently sniffing around the trees, trying to understand the nature, the spirit. He's muttering to himself over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the horses.
What would you four like to do?
I'm gonna go get Buttercup, which is what I named my pony.
Okay.
I
The
will-
rest of you?
or- I will begin to go get the other horse and spot Maka on the way. Maka? Are you alright?
I surely wasn't the only one that saw the spirit come from the trees. Was I?
Nope.
Nope. It
As-
assisted me, actually.
I just...
Hell, at
It
first
wasn't
I
just
thought
any,
was
it
you.
felt like a presence I knew. It felt like Quebeca had returned.
Oh, that's what you was saying.
That's impossible. I saw Quebeca fall in battle. There's no way that she could return.
She
Hmm.
could have
I
been
could have
sent.
sworn that I felt her in that spirit.
Well, it's not impossible for some spirits to be sent back as guardian spirits for loved ones. I've heard of it happening from the church.
I mean,
Maybe this was the case here. Maybe there was another purpose for you that she was sent back to help.
I'm not sure. It's almost like she was summoned, like, you know, I saw the bears. It was like, oh, I felt this. I know there was a dragon, but I felt like this exhilaration for a second, just like old memories of when we fought the bear out of its den.
A summoning. With that keyword, may I please make an Arcana check?
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
Oh,
Oh,
Oopsie poopsie.
Oh,
Hey, guess what? No nat ones during the battle. We gotta get them somewhere.
I guess,
we
yeah.
had what, 4 total nat 20s during the fight, so
Yeah.
I had to get counterbalanced somewhere.
Somewhere.
the will of nature is beyond my knowledge, unfortunately. But obviously, something or someone decided that there was an imbalance.
Perhaps I just felt that exhilaration again for a moment, and it was almost like that's when Quebeca appeared again, just like in old times. But I don't see her here in the trees anymore. It felt warming. It felt comforting.
Maybe we'll see her again.
Maybe. And then Maka will step away from the trees, finally.
Mhm.
In the meantime, I'm going to get our horse and cart and bring it over to Kaiser. He probably shouldn't be walking much or too terribly much right now.
I was about to say, as Maka comes out from the trees, Kaiser very begrudgingly with it gets to his feet.
So the four of
Maka
you-
sort of trots over to Kaiser. I think I've learned a thing or two. I think I can help these. And begins licking one of the wounds, and the wound actually begins to close a little bit. And I will cast Cure Wounds. Level 1. So that's a D.
D8 plus your spellcasting mod.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 1, Plus, what's it?
I believe it's
Wisdom.
wisdom for rangers.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a 1 plus 2. So that's 3. Only 3 damage. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You seem new to it. You'll learn. You'll get better at it. And I'll lean down sort of and pat him on the head and give him some scritches behind the ears.
There's that dog smile that begins to appear.
So the four of you, both figuratively and literally, licking your wounds, gather yourselves back towards your horse, cart, and pony, and find, as you approach where you left them, that they are all perfectly fine and safe. Good job.
Somehow the horses survived.
Yeah, good job.
Because we actually took the initiative to hide them away and not let them just be out in the middle of the fucking dragon fight.
You know that no matter how much preparation you had, the horses somehow still die.
Fair.
We wouldn't know about that, would we, Mercy?
No, not at all. No. But no, you guys did the right thing with your mounts. So you're able to saddle back up, get yourselves situated on the cart, and continue your journey overall westward.
And once we're settled back into the car and the horse situation, since I haven't had the chance to do it today from the last long rest because of the dragon interruption, I'm finally going to take out that acorn and wand, and I'm going to put my goggles down, and I'm going to identify the wand finally.
Okay. Casting Identify on the wand reveals it to be a wand of pyrotechnics. You can go ahead and look that up for the future.
And looking at the acorn without identify, obviously, and delving some into like herbalism and potion making and the like, would I possibly have an idea of what this acorn could be?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check and add your proficiency modifier.
Plus proficiency to it one, so 17 total.
18. You're level 5.
Oops. I must not have updated. That's because I was looking at the Roll20. I haven't updated it there.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Okay. So, an 18. Taking a quick look at it, you're able to tell that the acorn itself has its cap detachable and has been modified so that it screws on like the lid of a jar. Inspecting and messing with it, you open it up and see that the inside is empty, but has been finished and lacquered so that it would remain watertight. The gilded outside is just that. It's gold plated and sealed so that it maintains its natural bits to it. In your experience with everything that you've got, you can tell that this is definitely made into this for some sort of purpose. Possibly a keepsake, possibly a spell casting component. It's not natural, that's for sure. It serves some kind of a purpose.
So, looking at it, and where is Maka currently in relation to me? Keeping in mind that I'm on the carriage. Speaking of, would Dream be taking over piloting right now for Kaiser, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, while
So, yeah.
Kaiser's actually getting to rest in the carriage for once, where would Maka be in relation to him?
Maka.
Maka so far has chosen to be alongside the carriage for most of this journey. On the same road, but just like beside the horses, not really in the carriage.
Normally he would just lean over, but right now Kaiser sort of just slides over and just drapes himself sort of over the ledge of the carriage at the moment.
You
Maka,
fall out and I'm picking you up.
Yes.
I can't really make heads or tails of this thing, but when we found it, you seemed highly interested in it, and I would like for you to hold on to it. And I'll hold the golden acorn thing out to him.
It was just strange. I've never seen an acorn like that before, but sure. You can slide it into one of my packs here on the side, and you see that there's a couple of pockets there on the side of the armor.
Kaiser will poke it in, and then he'll just sort of sit up and then just sort of collapse back onto the safer side of the carriage.
Okay. Continuing down the trail, you walk, you move forward. The night begins to set in, and you're able to go ahead and begin setting up for a night's rest. With all of the excitement of the day, getting a camp set up seems minor compared to everything else that has gone on. Maka heads off to try to do a quick hunt to get some dinner, while everyone else continues to set up the camp. And after catching prey in the small form of a rabbit, the first one you get for the evening, a gentle warm wind blows over you. Very familiar to the one you felt earlier in the day. You look around for a source, but don't see any. And instead, feel comforted.
When Makaita returns to camp, he takes the rabbit that he caught, immediately throws it in the fire. This is how you cook the food, right?
Sort of, you don't... Kaiser will try to reach out and sort of hot hand and pull the rabbit out.
And one cooking lesson later, that's where we're going to go ahead and end the session for tonight. Alright, so hey, dragon, guys.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah.
Those
Yay.
bears were like full glass cannon, it felt.
And I'm going to explain to you off screen what was going on with that, so...
They seem to have an okay armor class, but my god, they fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Give me just a second. Kara's like wagging her tail at the door while she's barking, so I'm gonna go figure out what that is.
Sure thing. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up for tonight. So thank you everybody for joining us again tonight. We'll be back in 2 weeks as we continue this journey and see what lies ahead as the group continues the last leg of their trek towards Gunner's Pass. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting. We'll see you all soon. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care.
Good night, peeps.
Good night.